Hello everybody, and here I'm going to give you a full shot now. That was a clip of me ranting about the ready-made clothes, and I decided that I should now show you the whole thing properly, because you're probably thinking, what, we can't even see properly what's going on. These are dark colors, so that's why it's a bit difficult, but I'll bring light colors as well and show you and compare so that you have an idea. So this is the trouser, okay? So as you see, this is the length, and as you see, you have no idea which is the front side and which is the back side, right? So the cut is not even uniform, as you can see here. You see where the cut is, and this is the other side. So the cut is not even uniform. If you try to make it like that, then here it goes like this. And if you think that this gives you an idea of what is the front and what is the back, you're very, very wrong, believe me. I've tried it both sides and I still couldn't figure out which is the front and which is the back. And then you have the other side. So you see, same problem going here. Seriously, who has this measurement? Any ladies out there with this measurement? Anyway, so as you see, let me try and make it easier to capture it. Now, the folds are all wrong, as you can see. See here, if you look here, you have no idea what is the front and what is the back. And then we come down to the trouser, the leg. If you look at the leg, again, it's very hard to even figure out. But let's try it this way. Okay, so it actually looks pretty big and wide. Sorry, but somehow this stupid thing is disturbing me, and the recording gets interfered, and then my finger comes in between. But okay, so as you see, it looks apparently good and right, but it's not, as you can see here, because this and this, they're not properly cut. The whole cutting is done in a weird way. It's very hard to explain. See where it starts underneath there, and then it goes here, and so even when you try to straighten it out to wear it, this part, for some weird reason, it just bunches around your knee and your ankles, and you just can't figure out what's going on with it. You really cannot figure out. As see, again, the same thing. The way it is right now is exactly the way it bunches up around your leg, no matter how you try to straighten it. So, see what I mean? The cut is all wrong. Now, I'm going to show you the shirt piece again, so that you have an idea of what I was talking about. Now, what happens with this shirt is, as you can see the cloth here bunching up. This shows wrong cutting again. Wrong cutting and wrong measurement. And because of that, this part digs right under your armpit, and this part, it just bunches up above your shoulders. And as you can see, you can't even straighten it no matter how you try, because then it spoils the sleeves. So it bunches up here, whereas this part is cut fairly better. But see, every time you try to straighten it, do you see what it does? And that is why it's extremely uncomfortable. They literally dig into your underarms, and this is what they call cutting. This is the kind of cutting that you get normally when you get your clothes. without checking, especially if you make the mistake of getting them online. Then this is exactly what happens with every single suit that you get. I'll show you a few more, and I'll show you why I cannot tolerate these trousers. First, let me show you some more shirts so that you have an idea of why I'm saying that it's in almost every shirt that you buy now. You see this? So this is the underarm. Oh, sorry, this is the armhole. And same here. First of all, they're both not equal. They're both not equal, as you can see. See the difference? This goes all the way here, this is here, and mind you, they're it's not like I folded them wrongly. They're completely equal here at the starting point. But see where this goes, and see where the other underarm goes, where the other armhole, seriously, where the other armhole goes. This is such a huge difference in size and cut between the two. And you will see the same thing, because these two are actually cut by the same so-called designer and tailor. And these are a size medium, and look at the neck. This neck is actually so small that it looks large on video maybe, but this is actually so small that this is all you've got to try to put your head in. And the buttons are basically artificial buttons. So these buttons are, they're not the kind that you can open. They're just glued on. And he's made the same, he or she, whoever it is, they've made the same mistake. See, with the cut. See, the shape, the cut, and the size and the curve of both of these is different. Again, I'll try to put them together so that you have a better understanding. Okay, now see, they're equal here. Okay, and see, this one ends here, and the other one ends way above it. See the difference? Way above it and way curved in. So not only do they cut them unequally, but one is a deeper cut and one is a shallow cut. That is what I've noticed in all of these. And then one is smaller and one is bigger. I mean, if you can't even get your basics right, I really don't know what people are doing. And since when did trousers not have a separate cut for the front and a separate for the back? These trousers, as you can see, they have no concept of front and back. You don't know what is front, you don't know what is back. And because the measurement from waist to groin is so large, and as you see, it's not even cut properly. Because of that, it just bunches around you, and it's so uncomfortable to wear. And as you can see, these lines are telltale lines of how the trouser bunched and scraped itself around the knee bend and below. These are lines made just by trying them on. So this is how badly they cut their trousers, which is why I really don't get why they insist on making trousers. Just make regular shalwars, And again, I would say it again, shalwars are actually more difficult to cut, and yet they do it to perfection. Compared to shalwars, trousers are a piece of cake. They should be, but this is what they do. This is what they do with trousers. And this is why I don't like trousers, especially made in Pakistan or India or any. I just can't tolerate them. I prefer shalwars, and shalwars even I prefer Pakistani, not Indian, because their shalwars are as weird as these trousers. So Indian Bangladeshi shalwars, no, sorry, no offense to anybody, but Pakistani shalwars, but no to these trousers made in Pakistan, sorry. As I said, the boutiques get away with trousers because they don't make these fitted trousers, they make those really loose trousers that are just straight lines, so anybody can just wear them. It's as simple as that. Okay, so now here is the trousers that I wanted to show you, the white one, so that you have a better idea. So you see, here's the overall cutting. And believe me, even these are not comfortable for me, because as you see, because this is so big, because of that, this whole thing becomes useless. Because what is supposed to be at your knee, it goes above your knee or just below your knee bend. Because if you wear this the way it should be worn, this will go all the way up to your torso. And because of that, as you see, to me, even this cutting is actually wrong. This is all wrong. This is not how a trouser is supposed to be cut. And this is why this also bunches up. As you see these telltale lines, they show you of how this part bunches up around your knee. Because normally if you wear this around your waist or your lower waist, it means this part goes below where it should go, and then it sort of makes it comes under your knee, and then it sort of becomes a struggle. So this is how they cut their trousers, and as you can see, it's all wrong. And this is why I keep on begging these so-called designers and so-called tailors, stop it, please, just stop doing this, okay? This is rubbish. If you cannot even learn the basic cutting of a trouser, especially a lady's trouser, where there is no concept of front and back, as you can see where this is going, right? Have you ever seen a trouser that's like this? Have you? Not even a pajama is cut this way, the way this is, seriously. And I've got pajamas that are way more comfortable. So there is no concept of front and back, it's all the same. And in a trouser, just like in a shalwar, a trouser has a different cut for the front and a different cut for the back. It has to be different in order for it to fit you properly, and it has to be different in order for it to sit well. So yeah, this is why I have a huge problem with these newfangled designers and tailors who call themselves designers and masters. They don't know jack shit, and they've flooded the market with substandard. I mean, seriously, I have actually worked even with tailoresses, okay? And tailoresses are usually thought of as a bit inferior to tailors, compared to tailors. Tailors were always the masters, and tailoresses were just, for your regular homemade, casual, home wear, just to wear at home. You give them the clothes. And believe me, I've had tailoresses do 1,000 times better. This is the first time in my life actually that I've seen that such mistakes can actually be made with cutting, especially with the armhole thing, This is the first time in my life that I've experienced this. And as you can see, I've got 3 shirts with the identical same problem. So if this is the trend nowadays, if this is the so-called trend of ready-made wear and ready-made clothes, then I'm sorry, I'd rather boycott that, okay? Because I have bought a lot of ready-made clothes and never ever have I seen such shoddy work as I'm seeing nowadays. And this I'm seeing now for the past since last year, actually. Since last year I've been seeing this, and it's flooding the market, and I don't know how people are wearing this. I seriously do not know how people are wearing this. The ready-made stuff that I've bought till date, it has never been like this. They've been excellent cutting and excellent stitching work, but this is the first time seriously in my life that I've seen such bad cutting when it comes to basics for shirts. And trousers, yeah, trousers, I've always had a bad experience with trousers. That is why I avoid trousers. I don't stitch trousers, and I don't buy trousers, and I hate trousers. And I don't know why people, especially my mom, always ends up getting me trousers. I now specifically go, I get a fabric, and then I get shalwars stitched, because I freaking hate trousers here in this country. I cannot tolerate them. I can't sit in them. I can't walk in them. And I especially cannot pray in them. Sorry, who can pray in this? Who can pray in this? Where you just, it keeps on bunching around your knees, and it handicaps your knee bends. Seriously. Who does that? So, yeah. So this is actually the full, the whole problem that I have with designers and tailors nowadays, with these new boutiques opening up, and with these so-called pret-à-porter. I'm sorry, but I don't like them, and I don't think anybody in their sane mind would wear them. These are those that you would if you actually dared to send to a company to sell on your behalf, or to export it somewhere, or sell it to a retail center, they would return it back to you, marking it as a faulty product, seriously. And they would be getting refunds for this all. So, yeah. Well, this is it for now. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye-bye.